Hey y'all, welcome back to Southern and Spicy. What's cooking today? Tikka Masala. Oh yeah, if you've never had it, you want to try this dish. It tastes as good as any restaurant I've ever been in. It is an Indian dish made up of chicken cut into little pieces or little chunks, and it is marinated in so many spices. Look at what we're going to be using today. All of these spices, and it makes a creamy tomato sauce. And if you don't like curry, don't turn your nose up at this, because if we were going to put curry on a scale of 1 to 10, how this would taste, it would probably be at the start of the scale, like number 1. Promise you, you will love this. Try it. If you do try it, let me know. I would love to hear your feedback on this. So the first thing we're going to do is make our marinade. We are going to marinate our chicken in our spices. And so first thing we're going to get is coriander. And I have everything facing you. Coriander. And we are going to put a tablespoon. Now this is probably going to make four servings, so a tablespoon of coriander. Then we are going to add a tablespoon of garlic powder. Y'all know how I love garlic. Tablespoon of garlic powder. Then we are going to add a tablespoon of ginger. Tablespoon of ginger. And half a teaspoon of tandoori. And oh my gosh, y'all, this is like probably one of my favorite dishes. Half a teaspoon of tandoori, half a teaspoon of turmeric, red chili powder, half a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of garam masala. I'm going to add a tablespoon of lime juice. And I'm going to mix that up a little bit. Yeah, I'm using a teaspoon to mix it up with, or half a teaspoon. We are going to marinate our chicken. I am going to cut my chicken into small pieces. And I'm using one of the tenderloins to show you, because I've already cut up the rest. Small pieces. So here's the rest of the chicken that I have cut up. Put it in our marinade, and just going to cover it. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this marinate for an hour. You know, cooking was born out of a need, out of necessity. But when you smell your mama's gumbo cooking in the pot, or she takes that lid off of that Texas chili, or you take a bite of that smoked turkey, I know that it instantly brings back memories. You could probably tell me the time, the place, and the feelings that you had that go with that aroma, that smell. That's how it is for me. I would go as far as to say that every person can probably point to a time in the kitchen as being a place where they received a lot of love. And it's not just a passion with me. It is about glorifying the Lord. One of my favorite verses, Colossians 3:23, says that whatever you do, do it heartily as unto the Lord. And so that's why I give it my all in the kitchen. And that's why I'm doing this cooking show. Because I want people just common people just like me to be able to prepare these delicious dishes. So if you're interested in any of these, I will be willing to share the recipe. I'll be glad to talk to you. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, or message me after you have subscribed, and I will be glad to share the recipe with you. So we've got this all covered in our spices. And I'm going to let it sit here I'm going to cover it and let it sit for about 30 minutes, soak up all those delicious flavors, and we'll be back to prepare the finishing touches. All right, y'all, it's been probably a little longer than 30 minutes. I went outside and threw the Frisbee with my GSP, German Shorthair Pointer, named Baron. And so I put the chicken in the fridge. And so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to cook our chicken. And we are going to saute the chicken in a little bit of oil, olive oil. I love to use it. So probably 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I've already got my pan hot. Gonna put the chicken in there. So what we're looking for. Is we want to get our meat charred. That gives you a little glaze that you can work with that's in your sauce. So getting it all kind of covered with the oil, and then I'm going to let it char a little bit, let it sit there a bit. I can already smell the spices. If you are not a curry person, you would still love this, even though it's got a slight taste. I'm telling you, you've got to try it. It is amazing. And as you can tell, it's starting to get a little charred. I'm not flipping it too often. If you flip it too often, it will never get that charred look on it. So we can see it's getting that charred look. Then we're going to set our meat aside and make the creamy sauce that it goes in. And then we're going to put our meat back in the sauce. Oh, I can smell it. Y'all are going to love this. Even your kids are going to love it. It's not going to take very long for the meat to cook because we've cut it up into small pieces. I'm probably going to flip it one more time. Then we're going to transfer it over to a dish. Oh yeah. This would really be good with a big glass of sweet tea. I think that's charred enough, so we're going to go ahead and transfer it over to our dish. Oh yeah. Woo. Turn the heat down. Add a little more oil. Now we're going to add our onion. This is probably almost a cup of onion. I like my onion finely chopped, and 4 cloves of garlic. Saute that a bit in the oil. Smells so good. Wow, doesn't that look good? Just the garlic and onion. Then I'm going to add about 2 cups of tomato sauce to our garlic and onion. Wow, I could put this on a hamburger or a hot dog. So, got that going. Now we're going to put 2 cups of tomato sauce in our pan. Keep that going. Mixed up pretty well, and we're going to add our spices. So, going to add our spices. Teaspoon of poppy seeds. Teaspoon of sesame. Oh yeah. And we're going to add our crushed red pepper. You know where I'm going with this. I know it probably looks spicy, but it's more of a flavor thing than it is spicy. Kind of looks like my tomato gravy. If you've never had tomato gravy before on biscuits, oh my God. I've died and gone to heaven when I eat tomato gravy with biscuits. So we've got our crushed red pepper. I'll probably add a little bit more. Our coriander, we want a teaspoon of that. So we're going to add a teaspoon of coriander. Got that in there. We've got our garlic, peppercorns, and garam masala. I'm going to sprinkle a little cardamom on here. And I've got my bay leaves, putting those in there. And now we're going to add our cream. This is a little bit more than half a cup. And if I taste it and I think it doesn't have enough, needs more cream, I will probably add a little bit more if I feel like it needs it. Look at that beautiful salmon color. Oh, it's gorgeous. I can't wait to taste it. So let me see how it tastes. Oh wow, beautiful color. Now we're going to add our chicken back into the dish. Smother it in this creamy sauce. Cover it, let it simmer maybe 10 minutes, soak up some of that flavor. It's been simmering, low simmer for about 10 minutes just to absorb all the flavor. I can't wait to put this over rice. And now for the big test, my favorite part. We are going to taste it. Got some rice. Give me some of that gravy. Doesn't that look delicious? If this is as good as I think it is, I might have to burst out and dance and song. Let's see. Okay, here we go for the big taste test. Walking on sunshine, yeah. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Woo! Try it.